Greenhouse gas emissions have risen by 12% since 2010 and by 54% since 1990 and are now higher than at any point in human history. Today's report said that if emissions continue at current rates, the remaining carbon budget for keeping warming to below 1.5 degrees Celsius will likely be exhausted within 8 years.
The last 2 decades saw the highest increase in emissions in human history, even though we know how much trouble we're in. The next decade cannot follow the same pattern if we are to hold warming this century to 1.5 degrees Celsius.
The United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres said today's report was a damning litany of broken promises, a file of shame cataloguing the empty promises that put us on a track towards an unlivable world.
Some government and business leaders are saying one thing but doing another. Simply put, they are lying. And the results will be catastrophic. This is a climate emergency. Climate scientists warn that we are already perilously close to tipping points that could lead to cascading and irreversible climate impacts.
The report highlights that there are options in all sectors to at least halve emissions by 2030, but it says that this will require major transitions in the energy sector involving substantial reductions in fossil fuel use, widespread electrification, improved energy efficiency and the use of alternative fuels such as hydrogen.
The good news is, though, that the report also finds that renewables are now faster and cheaper than ever before. And so really there's no excuse now except to move away from fossil fuels and onto indigenous renewables as soon as possible.
The reason why the ask is so severe in this report is that we have done relatively little over the last 30 years and we really need to step up to the plate now.
The IPCC said that the best thing individuals can do is to make a switch to walking and cycling, to use electrified transport, to reduce air travel and to upgrade houses and make them more efficient.